Trump's sweet game? Why is the Diet Coke-loving president asking Coca-Cola for sugar? While the world slept peacefully in the dark of night, a strange button was pressed once again in the White House in Washington, D.C. Not for a military command, not for an emergency call, but for a Diet Coke. Yes, it's that same red button that once sat on U.S. President Donald Trump's desk. But this time, Trump didn't just ask for a cold drink. He sent shockwaves through an entire industry. Coca-Cola was asked to start sweetening its drinks in the U.S. with cane sugar instead of corn syrup. The real question isn't why Trump is saying this. The real question is, what's behind it? Is it simply a matter of taste, or is something much bigger about to change in America's politics, agriculture, and health industry? Today, we'll dive deep into this topic. But before that, if you're new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe so you're the first to get updates on all our new videos. So let's begin today's discussion without any delay. Let us tell you, Trump's demand, though it sounds simple, is anything but straightforward. The Coca-Cola bottle we sip so peacefully in the summer heat hides a major root of America's health crisis: high fructose corn syrup, HFCS. This syrup is cheap, yes, but numerous studies have linked it to obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. In the past few decades, obesity rates in the U.S. have soared, and now fingers are pointing toward this corn syrup. Through this move, Trump seems to be trying to hit three targets with one arrow: health, trade, and agriculture. But this story isn't just about health. It's a strategy laced with political sweetness. Donald Trump, who is famously known for his obsession with Diet Coke, is now asking Coca-Cola to switch to cane sugar. And here's the irony. Diet Coke, the drink Trump consumes, contains neither corn syrup nor sugar. It's sweetened with an artificial sweetener called aspartame. So why is Trump so concerned about sugar? The answer lies in the sugar mills of Florida, where millions of tons of cane are processed into sugar every year. Florida, Trump's home state. The sugar industry there has been a consistent supporter of Trump, and now Trump seems to be returning the favor. If Coca-Cola and other companies begin using cane sugar, it will directly benefit Florida's mills and farmers. It's a sweet political deal indeed. But the matter doesn't end there. In the U.S., Coca-Cola and other beverage companies have been using high fructose corn syrup, HFCS, for the past 4 decades. The reason? Simple. Corn is cheap, heavily subsidized, and American farmers grow it in massive quantities. Today, nearly 40 crore bushels of corn in the U.S. are used solely for producing sweeteners in food and beverages. So, if Coca-Cola shifts to cane sugar, it would deal a significant blow to corn farmers. Such a decision could cause a major upheaval in the beverage industry. Estimates suggest that if all U.S. beverage companies switch from corn syrup to cane sugar, the entire supply chain would need to be redesigned. Suppliers would change, machinery would have to be modified, farming patterns would shift, and the biggest impact would be on cost. On one hand, Trump is urging companies to make America healthier again, while on the other, his tariff policies are drastically increasing operational costs for these companies. To Trump's statement, Coca-Cola initially maintained a neutral stance, saying, "We appreciate President Trump's enthusiasm." But as the controversy escalated, the company had to issue a clarification. They stated that high fructose corn syrup is safe, contains the same calories as sugar, and the body processes both in the same way. Citing the American Medical Association, Coca-Cola emphasized that no warning label is required for its use. On the other hand, PepsiCo showed a tilt toward Trump by saying, if customers want, they can offer a sugar-sweetened version of Pepsi. In other words, Trump's statement isn't just sparking debate, it's forcing the industry to react. This entire development has raised a new question. Will the American beverage industry shift toward the sweetness of cane sugar in the near future? Interestingly, in countries like England, Mexico, and India, Coca-Cola already uses cane sugar. In India, it's common because sugar is more readily available and cheaper. But the story is different in the US. Cane sugar is expensive, production is limited, and importing it costs a lot, especially since Trump has imposed a 50% tariff on imports from Brazil, the world's largest sugar producer. So, is Trump demanding sugar on one hand and blocking its import on the other? That's politics for you. A public health narrative for voters and trade barriers for the industry. Trump knows very well that stirring public emotions around health is easy. And if, in the process, he can boost the U.S. sugar industry, it's a win-win strategy. The most emotional aspect of this story surfaces when we look at Trump's personal preference, Diet Coke, a brand he's deeply attached to. That red button on his desk, which, when pressed, would instantly bring him a Coke, has now turned into a political weapon. So, does Trump truly want to make America healthier, or is this just another clever election strategy? Because if Trump is truly so serious about health, then the question also arises, why is he silent about artificial sweeteners like aspartame, which some scientific organizations have recently labeled as potentially carcinogenic? So, the sweetness Trump is advocating for might actually have a hidden bitterness. Now let's talk about the impact. If Trump's demand is fulfilled, it could trigger a massive shift in America's $285 billion soft drink market. Coca-Cola would have to build a new supply chain. Everything from farming to packaging would need to change. And this transformation wouldn't just be economic. It would have social and political repercussions too. Producers of corn syrup, especially American farmers in the Midwest, could be troubled by this demand, as the reduced demand for corn would lower crop prices and decrease farming profits. On the other hand, the sugar industry, particularly in states like Florida and Louisiana, could benefit significantly. This entire issue touches multiple spheres of American life: healthcare, trade policy, agriculture, and politics. This time, Trump isn't just playing for votes, he's playing the politics of taste. From Coca-Cola to Pepsi, all companies now find themselves caught between two forces: public health pressure and the challenges of cost and supply chain disruption. And in the midst of it all, Trump sits with his red button, taking another sip of Diet Coke, wondering, will the next election be sweet or flat? Because in politics, taste matters just as much as vote.
Something new, do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestions. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources, news from various news agencies, opinion polls and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.